Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skylines. Where last episode, guys, we did some beautiful expansions. We managed to kind of extend a little bit more lost wages. We built our very own utility facility, which is handling pretty much the majority of everything coming out of lost wages. And when I mean out, I mean poop. And we kind of fixed some of the road networks as well, which have made a huge impact. Well, today, we're going to go back to building something brand new. And that is creating our very own... I mean, technically you could call it an Area 51, but it's kind of going to be like a military base, but the secrets within it shall be kept silent. Nobody should talk about what's hidden inside of these military... I can't even English right now. I'm too excited. So guys, if you do enjoy this and want to see more Dead End in the future, then make sure you do. Please smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when those next episodes don't do. It's going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days. But anyway, guys, we are back. And since last episode, I've actually installed a few extra mods to the game right now. One of them is, because a few people asked for it, I did know about it. I was kind of too hesitant to kind of get it because I feel like it looks like such a cool mod, but I'm going to clearly mess it up. And it's this one. I forgot what it's called again. There we go. The Network Multi-Tool, which allows us to create roads and connect roads and do twirly things and ramps and alignments and slopes so much easier. We're going to try and utilize and use that today. I don't know exactly how to use it. I kind of seen the quick little kind of video tutorial on the workshop. I'm probably going to trigger everybody. But I asked you guys to rename our new utility plant over here in the last episode. And the best one I seen was to call it Wet Creek. I like it. It's a creek. It's wet. It's all good, boys. It's all good. So, I've had to get what I can get off the workshop to be able to build a military base. I've enabled the fighting mod all over again. And as I type in military, I got a couple of variations here. I've got a beautiful little military base. I've got a military hangar. I've got a military aircraft hangar. If I type in army, if I can spell army right, again, same kind of thing. But in the airport and the transport section for the aeroplanes, I have a few other like little hangars and stuff like this as well. Just kind of dotted around. Now, also, we've got a couple of runway kind of stuff as well. I'm going to kind of create my own airport in a sense at the same time. So we're going to get some real planes landing, but we can pretend that they're like, you know, army planes and whatnot. It's the best I could do with the limited resources that I have to offer on the workshop. Now, I've been scouring around in where I can pretty much have this military base, because this is the kind of the map right now. Now, we have our little prison over in there. I don't want to build it here, which would make sense because it's kind of out of the way. I feel like I want to place it in the rolling hills over here. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually get like another... This is our only kind of out of the region connection. I want to get connected up here. A little road that comes out and then twizzles off into the hills and out as another little highway connection. And maybe at some point we connect it over here. I think I want to use this big section there as a big bridge connection. There's a lot of plans that are going to go into this, and I'm not really sure how it's all going to play out, but we're going to figure it all out. So this is where I kind of want the Area 51 military base. The nice little rolling hills. Beautiful. Out the way. And the secrets across the river that people will talk about. Is there aliens in there? Well, we never know. We will never know. So I got a couple of options. I really want to use this. This here is the bridge to get over to this area. I really want to use that because it's going to be such a huge bridge over this kind of little river creek area, which is going to be legit kind of crazy. But I've got to bring a road up here. Now, I could utilize this roundabout and then slowly wind it all the way up and then take it across. And that'll be like the connection that gets to the military base pretty much from all the major towns and cities. But then I also want this little bypass highway road as well. There's a lot going on to kind of unpack in this. There is a lot. So what I'll do is we'll choose a road or see what kind of roads that we have to hand. And what we're saying, just like a generic road. No, we're going to do like a little national road, aren't we? Yeah. Now, if I picked a spot. Let's say I chose... So I could choose it there. I could choose it where it goes within this little section here. And if I did it as a bridge... The height is too high, apparently. I can't even anarchy it. It's that high. Oh, snap. I didn't realize we had height issues. Are you really that high? Seriously? You can't even go there? I truly don't want to believe that that is a height problem. Even if we anarchy... No, shut the front door. Never in this world is there a height problem in this game. What are you talking about right now? What are you talking about, game? You've now just ruined all your boys' vibes. So, I wonder then, if I built a road here. Now, this is where this mod might save my bacon. The first time I'm going to use it is to kind of bring these two together. Or... I'm going to have to completely scrap that idea and have the military base completely separate. Now, I don't really know how to use this. Okay? I don't really know how to use this. So, what's this here? Add node, intersection. There's a little section where you can kind of... Is it create connection? If I picked here. And then select this, hold shift. Okay, select the second segment. There. I mean, it's very funky. I like where you're going with this. I like where you go with this. So, press minus to increase. Okay, the radius. Press tab to switch it. Return to create. Brackets, which is annoying because they're my Discord buttons. You know what I mean? It's my Discord buttons. It's not going to work the way I want it to work, is it? Not really. I could... No... Loop mode. Remove nodes. What's this one over here? Intersection. I'm not really creating an intersection. So the other way I can get around it... That's so freaking annoying, isn't it? It is so freaking annoying. So the other way I can get around it is if I do build a bridge. So bring this back up. Here. And then what I do is... I could then move it and then okay, this is gonna take forever. See, I can still do it, guys. The game wants to defeat me. I will never let the game defeat me right now. Does the game not know who I am? I'm the guy that makes pointless City Skyline experimental videos. I can always break the game. There we go. So, I can line it all the way up. Okay, it didn't want to oh, no. Okay, I'm fully breaking... No, I'm fully breaking the game, aren't I? Where did I want this bridge, by the way? So, if I pull it... Oh, okay, let me get out of that. Wow, this is really not liking what I want to do. Okay, so if I then up it again... I want to get it aligned with, let's say, this. To about there. So, where is the alignment then at that point? Bring that round. There we go. So, if I treated it to there, and then if I made the whole thing aligned to the object height of you... So it's a straight bridge. Look at the stilts it's on right now. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It is ridiculous. It really is. And then I can then gradually from maybe this point bring it down. So I'm still able to build. That's fine. So if I brought that... It's so high, isn't it? This is where that new mod that I've got might come in handy as well. So if I brought that to there... Does this just look ridiculous, or is this just looking ridiculous right now? And then I can make that wiggle all the way through. This can bring itself down and whatnot. Yeah. Right, okay, so... get rid of you again. So it's this one, isn't it? It's the set slope mode. So what I've got to do is select node and add it to order. So, okay, so one. So, okay, so you do it like this then, and it kind of tells you in what order you want them to add. Which apparently this is meant to be so much better than the Move It tool version. This is my problem is I've broken all logic with building this bridge. I don't think the game is ready. And then do I just press enter? Aha! Now we have a gradual slope. Oh, that looks amazing. Now that is one hell of a bridge. So I'll then wiggle that down and eventually connect it to over there. So now I've got this in. I mean, that looks ridiculous. That really does. But I'll figure something out for that, don't worry. Right now, that's pretty good. That is a dramatic bridge that goes all the way across. And then we'll wiggle this through down the mountain. So let's get ready and let's set up then our beautiful military base. So, let me look at the terrain heights first. Da-di-da-di-da. And I think we're... I mean, I could do it in this little basin area here. And it's kind of covered by the mountains around, which is a pretty cool idea. So, I'm going to utilize and build around the military base this type of road, a 2-lane plain street. Because I feel like, you know, it's all secret. Trying to make everything blend in, but you know it's not really going to happen. So okay, so if I pick a little run there, it is very bumpy. Maybe what am I doing here? Hold on. I've built up here when the basin's down there. Right, well, we'll smooth it all out as well. Let me just pause. So I have a nice little smoothing, so I can at least have some flatness to the area, but I think this is as good as I'm gonna get it, because I gotta build like some type of a runway here as well. If I just do this last bit here, smoothing this out, and that's where the main core of the area is going to be. Right, so if I ran this like that, and then that is my alignment, so I can get rid of this. And everything is going to run parallel now to that road. So. If I type in military then. Millit. There we go. And place you down. So I want to see what type of buildings I've got to work with first. So that can be pretty much freely placed anywhere. This can be freely placed anywhere. And from what we can see, it's military, but we can also use them as hangars. And oh, that looks like you'll be hiding a spaceship inside of that, wouldn't you? That definitely does. A couple of there. Got a nice little military base, where little barracks where all the soldiers and stuff can be chilling like a strawberry villain. Not too bad, not too bad. And then in this area here, we've got which these two I've just placed down. We have all other like different types of hangars. I mean, you could say we've got this. So you can have like the military base next to the airstrip, which would be a really good idea, and that's how we create our airport. We've also got a commercial hangar and stuff like that. And do we have no, I'm going to try and type in soldiers, but no. So we got to try and create the runway. That's my next big thing, is trying to create the runway. We do have like this stuff as well to kind of create a disused runway in a sense. So if I kind of... Can I attach it to a road? No. So if I place that there, that is a runway end. We have a runway center and a runway begin. Right, it's not connected to a road right now, but how do they look? I mean, they look cool. But I can create my own to kind of actually have something functional where planes are landing. So I think that would be a better option, wouldn't it? Right, airport runway. So let me just do the taxiway first. And I'm just going to do it to this. Just so I've got my alignment with that road. So if I do that there. So that is the runway there, which is beautiful. And then if I move all of this just to this side really quick. There we go. There we go. I can then place down, I mean, I could use that one. I could use, which one was it again? Was it this one? This here. Now, even though that is like a normal airport, you can kind of treat that then as the military airport, and then we have all the military stuff over this side, so military aircraft could technically land. That's what we could pretty much do. Alright, is that more central? I think so. What other options have... Oh, I've got that. That might be a better option. Now, I know this is all expensive and I'm just wasting money. How do we feel for that? Nah. Not a fan of that one. We got the commercial hangar. I think we'll just stick to this. Wait, what's this one? Large terminal. It doesn't feel very military. I like the other one better. I do like the other one better. So let me get that back in. How much was that? I've just like wasted. 500,000. Of course it is. Of course it is. Right, I'm going to say that is the kind of the middle. And then if I... So planes land... Oh, see, now I want to flip it round. So planes land that way, so then they can turn off and come down. So pop you in. Spin you out. And then come in this way and then take off that way. So very, very simple airport system. Now this is where we're going to make it jazzy and then turn it into kind of like a military base at this point. So first things first then. We are going to be doing a little ring road going around. And the same thing that we did to the prison. And that's to have the road with the fencing going around the edge. So if I bring this out to here and go that way. So now I know I'm parallel and in line with the runway. So 61 there is the end of the runway. So then if I go up to by 20, that's all good. So there we go. Parallel and in line end with the runway. If I do a 20 by 20, so they take off over there. Now I think this one, if I can get this alignment just right, 30 there, and go diagonal instead. I think I might do the same with this, because the land's slightly creeping upwards, so I might do something a bit different there. And then, alright, just trying to get the alignment. Alright, bring that down to here, because we're gonna make it go around. That road's gonna kind of be like inside of the military airport, and that's when we'll start moving all this stuff. So if I then do a 20 down, and then just run that there, and then what I can do then is a 10. No, if I do a 5, oh, that's the point. I could use this, couldn't I, to create the connection? Is it that button? No. Intersection. Create connection mode. I mean, I don't know why it does it like that. Is it because of the way it's kind of shaped? I think so. Union modes. Arrange. No. Oh no, I think I've got to actually place the road down, don't I? So if I did that, does this work in the sense that if I... So, click to select node. And then... I actually don't know how this one works. So arrange at line mode. Click and select the node. Press Control, space. Ah, is this how I do it? Aha! I figured it out. That's actually quite nice. So I've got it all rounded, but I do like on something how we have a jagged edge. I'm learning a lot from this mod. I am learning a lot. But at the same time, as much as I learned right there, I've also got to stay true to the area and still create something quite jagged, because that is the theme that we're running with. I will do an entry point. I just want to finalize and finish this off. So land gets a bit funky around here. Let me undo that. So I'm going to go from 20 that way. And then bring this up so far. And there we go. Beautiful little military base. Keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. I actually might... Ooh, that's a good idea. Can I... Oh, no, what is it? Shift? Control and space. That's what it is. There we go. I'm still learning. Enter. Meh. How do we feel about that? I don't think we do feel. We feel nothing. We feel nothing. Oh snap, you can do so much stuff. How do I get rid of that? There we go. So is there not like a simple create connection mode, like going from there to there without doing this wiggle? Click on the node to change its curve. Choose nodes to select the curve to create direction. I don't know how I click on it. Anybody that makes sense? Choose nodes to select create direction. Click on node to change curve direction. Ah! Aha! I got it. I've officially figured it out. Ah, I get it now. The more you know. The more you know. But I'm still keeping some of it jagged edged. That's cool, isn't it? I like this mod. I like this mod. I'm learning it live. In front of your faces right now. I reckon give it a month or two when I'm a master at using that mod, and then come back to this video and see how much I struggled. Right, okay. Okay. So then at this point, we're going to pick a beautiful little spot. Now, I know that's going to come wiggling down here and then kind of bypass that way. So we'll kind of create an entry point about here. And then we'll do like we've done before, like the little toll booth road. And then that comes there, and then we're good to go. Right, okay, sweet. So I'm going to delete all this stuff real quick. And then we're going to build up a few little bits and bobs. So directly into there, we'll also then start creating little areas. There we go. Push this down to here. And I think we'll do a nice little 10 by 10. 10 by 10. Little bend just there. And then just slowly start to fill this area up. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, back into the... find it, bud. Millet. And we'll get our army base down. So I'm going to squeeze that there on the corner. I could actually get like multiple down. One there. And then have one end just here. I think we need to extend this road a bit more. There we go. A couple of little military bases down. These little hangars are perfect. So if I like just randomly drop the couple down. Like that. They just fit within the theme so well. And we'll try and get them aligned more to the ground. I'll sort the terrain out as well. Beautiful. And then we got normal hangars, which I can then put like in the middle of each one. Just a couple there. And then we'll add a few hangars. So a lot of them are like abandoned hangars. It's like it's semi-abandoned, but like it's also fully operational, this area. And that's the kind of the cool thing about it. Because we're also going to have... It's actually going to be utilized as an actual airport as well. That's the crazy thing about this. So, let's see what we can get from this then. Now, we've got a hangar there. We got a couple of commercial hangars. Do these need to be connected to a road? Well, I'll drop them in anyway. We got the airport radar tower. Which I'll throw this just there. We got large hangars in general. Then I just randomly place down. This is going to be cool. I'm liking this. Anything else I could quickly drop in? Let me type in, let me just type in hangar altogether, because some stuff... No, we don't have. Airplane. We've got all this airplane stuff right now. Airport. A hangar door. Some of the stuff is kind of crazy. Military hangar. Is that... That's not these, is it? Oh no, it is these, sorry, it is these. Yeah, I'll squeeze a few more in. All about that military hangar, boy. I've got so many plane assets as well, it's kind of crazy. Now, do we have any bunkers? Bunker ruins. Bunker ruins. They got like little guns on them. I could dot the odd bunker ruin around for this military base. Because why not? And just keeping it like that just kind of keeps it very simplistic. I don't want anybody looking on Google Maps and thinking, oh snap, what's this? I don't want shiny objects and high-tech stuff. That's facing the wrong way round. Okay. It's gotta look like, it's gotta look non-invasive. How is that doing that? Alright, it's going to have to go there just because of how it's set up. Kind of annoying. It means that these are now facing the wrong way round, but I can fix that with that. I could have fixed that there as well, to be honest with you. Let me do that again. There we go. So, it's not too bad. I actually kind of like the idea of how it turns out. Now, let's slope this with my new favorite tool. So if I press enter, it drops it down quite dramatically, doesn't it? Now that's okay because it's aligning to the terrain height that I want it to. And it creates that sharp-edged cliff wall, which is actually going to be quite a nice little feature, isn't it? We've still got the fence that no one can jump over. Right, I like it, I like it. Okay, so what I then need to kind of implement is then a beautiful toll booth road. So we'll do a singular one. Bam, just like that. And then we will be officially connected to the outside world. So bring that down so far. And then we're in. We got a military checkpoint, which is all good. And now we have our very own Area 51. It will actually work as a proper airport too. That's the crazy thing about it. So you will see people coming in and out of it. I've now just got to kind of create some kind of crazy connection to get down to here. Now, again, should I try and utilize that mod? I don't know how well it would kind of work out, but if I did something like this, right? I don't know if it would work. I don't know how it's going to play out. If I did there to there. So how did I work it again? It was select you. And it changes the connection like that. Okay, I get it. It's more a direct route between the two connections it likes to set up. So I don't think I'm ready for that just yet. Okay, so I'm going to try and follow the land elevation, maybe. Because I can always slope it and then configure how I want it to be configured. But it's going to be coming down quite dramatic here, isn't it? But I can make that happen anyway with the slopiness that I can sort out. So if I did this to about there, and I'm trying to follow some type of a pattern, and then if I now, because that's not, it's a bit, it's not too far off, but if I did that to there and to there, The bend's not amazing. So that's where this comes into, though, isn't it? I could select you. Oh, is there another one there or something? What's going on? Aha. So I could kind of use these nodes. So if I entered now. I like this. I like this a lot. So yeah, it's very dramatic. Don't get me wrong. It is very dramatic. But that's where I'm hoping the beauty of this mod would come into all its glory. So where's the snap on this? It's just here. Alright, pushing this through. And that's where we kind of then try to pull it away from the military base. So they're going to have a nice little glimpse. But ultimately that road is to then run along the coastline. So, getting this now to all slope together is going to be one hell of a nightmare. It is. But if I choose it from this node and we start from there, we'll see what we can do. So, hold shift for underground mode, select node to add it to the order. So if I started there, bam. So now this is just a case of running through it all. And just literally going all the way up. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know if we have an undo button. Like, if it doesn't look too good. But it's a lot better than... So far, the sloping and all that kind of stuff has been a lot better than if I used the move it tool. So I don't suppose I can complain too much. I think what I'll do, however it slopes, I'll then terrain the land to kind of fit within it. So it does kind of slightly rise up here. So if I run it from that point there... Wow, okay, so if I press enter. So there is a huge drop on this point, which I don't mind. Like I said, I don't mind, because I know the whole road is now gradual. I just then have to make it all fit within it. So I don't mind it too much. I think I'll start here. So if I first kind of bulk this area up, we've got to do it quite large in some sections. So if I also then brush size, rise this piece up here, and then we go to smooth it, it looks a lot more natural kind of at this point, and I'm going to add some more jagged edges going around. We'll smooth this, so I'll kind of run through it just, you know, briefly first. Because it's, you know, we can also add in the ability that we kind of, you know, we did carve the mountain to fit our beautiful road in. You know, that is not unheard of. And I kind of like the idea of that. But some parts we do have to, you know, try and make it look kind of semi-realistic. So we'll bring this in and then we'll kind of like dig in to the mountain a bit. So it doesn't look like it's just a sheer drop on the edge. We've got like a little bit more character to it. And that's where then I bring this brush size up. And I bulk around this to where we dropped it. And then that's where we smooth it off. So if I reduce my brush strength in the smoothing it, and then just from that piece of road we've got here, I've got to sort this side out there real quick. So I haven't done really much here right now, but that ain't too bad. You can see where we had to carve out the mountain to lay the road, which is normal as it comes up. But this doesn't look as bad no more, does it? It looks normal. I like it. I like that a lot. we've got a bit of a sheer cliff edge just here. But that's where the beauty of this comes into play. So, normal circle. Up the brush size a bit. Maybe a bit too much there. Let's kind of get this now all singing from the same hymn book. And I could do the same to all this, but I feel like this is all okay. This will be all okay right now from that point onwards. And that's the rest of the character. So that road is crazy, mate. It's crazy. So I'll then utilize a... Oh, that's a point, because we can do a intersection. Do I do it with 2 roads? How do I do it? Like if I pick this, I don't know how that one works now, because now this is pushing even more boundaries that I don't know if I'm comfortable with. I'm not sure how it's meant to work. So if I went like, say, here. Have I got to... Is this how I do it? I don't know how the intersect works. So select the first segment. Select a second segment. So let me try that again. I don't really know how that works. I'll be honest with you. Okay, that's cool. I like what he did there. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, right. So then, create connection. I'll try it on this now. Oh, I deselected it on accident. So you to you. And I can press enter. And then pretty much slope all of this. Not slope it, sorry. Align it. So if I press enter now, it aligns it a bit better. This is too easy. Way too easy to kind of build this. So that is now connected to that road. I won't do the kind of outer region connection just yet because I know how crazy that road is then going to be pretty much become. But I need to then do something very similar to how I did all this. Now to this area. This is going to be the challenge. This is going to be the challenge. So if I come off this then. Right, if I come off like that. So somehow I've got to wiggle it all the way up to there. That's going to be a challenge. Right, we'll try and utilize as much of the road wiggling as we can. Right, I try to utilize as much of the road wiggling up as we can. How that then is going to kind of compute into a steadily inclined slope, I don't know. I don't know. So if I select here and then go up by each one. Now this is not only going to be a pain to get it done. We can't select multiple. It would be nice if you could pick like point to point rather than having to select the individual nodes. I get it. You can fine-tune exactly how you want it to look or where you want it to kind of slope from. But when I'm doing a large road like this, it's quite difficult. Now, this, right, is probably not going to look pretty. This even might look worse than the one we implemented earlier. But we managed to sort out terrain in, though. But I have a feeling that this road is not long enough for the sheer height change that takes place. I just have that sneaky suspicion, boys. I have that sneaky suspicion right now. Right there, there. Right, I take it to there, that's fine. Oh my goodness me, you ready for this? Bam, I pressed enter. Now, it's all a gradual incline. Perfect. Actually, it doesn't turn out too bad. Yeah, it might be a bit ridiculous here, but that's where the fun of this comes into play. So if I do the main sections that you would expect, bulking this down before we add all the jagged options. Even that right now, I mean, it doesn't look too... And it's perfectly sloped and aligned, which is crazy. So we do a little bit of magic right now to kind of bulk this up. So it's like in this little area, you know, in here. Rather than just it's a sheer drop. Add a little bit of texture to it. Rather than it just be like a sheer drop. And then some you kind of dent in. And then some you take away. So even from that, not too bad. Just got to smoothen it up a little bit in areas. I'll accept it. I feel like I've broken all game logic today. I feel like this needs to be smoothened a bit more. I feel like I've legit broken all game logic today. But we've got something pretty cool out of this. We've got this nice little staggered... That's going to be so cool watching vehicles go up and down it. It's like we've made our very own Lombard Street. Amazing. So let's now quickly... Well, actually, let's bring this a tad bit closer. Flip that round. There we go. We now have a beautiful little setup. Amazing. So it's all connected right now. All it needs right now then is water. So if I run this across... Actually, oh, that's kind of messed up, isn't it? Like I say, what I'll do is I'll actually kind of do an outer ring. I just realised I've done the whole of this in pause mode. There we go. I'm going to connect it from this point over here. It's going to need power, so I'll do the actual, like, you know, the solar panel car parks. Couple just there. These guys are going to need power as well. And I'll also do some wind turbines then. Just kind of fit within the theme. And can I get away with any more solar panel car parks? Not here. So I'm going to have to run the power right now. So over here. So we're connected by power anyway. We've got the water. It's got everything it needs. So because they are military bases, technically they do have policing availability and cells. It is what it is, okay? So police cars are going to come out of it, which that's going to be interesting. But we now technically have our own Area 51. Bit like the prison. Killing it right now. I do gotta, you know, jazz it up a bit, which I think we'll eventually do as time goes on. Add some rocks in, some, like, you know, vegetation, all that kind of jazz. But yeah, I know this looks a little bit of a monstrosity right now. This could be very interesting in the long run. So technically that becomes an additional airport. Whether or not it's going to work correctly, I do not know. I do not know. But I feel like I've learned a lot with that new mod as well. So hopefully as time goes on, I can kind of perfect it and, you know, utilize it a lot better. But we've created some really cool stuff. I'm liking now how it's all a gradual slope going down. We've kind of fine-tuned everything. I think we're having depth problems. Or is it just over here? It might be just... It's only a couple of icons. Nothing to kind of be worried about. But, little toll booth there's a little kind of, you know, checkpoint. Police are now on their way. I don't know whether we'll have eventually something here. I don't know what it would be. Could be another industry. Could be a small little town. Because that highway road, the national road, will actually come all the way down and go out the region. So I don't know whether we'll have some type of a crossing here. Maybe it could just be a simple ferry crossing. Maybe that's how we could have it all set up. That could be interesting. That definitely could be interesting right now. It doesn't. I mean, once you get a road access to a different part of the map, it gives you so many kind of options to get done. So, first vehicle coming up, our very own Lombard Street, and we're gonna have our first set of vehicles coming down it right now. They're gonna crisscross one another. So, where are you actually heading to? You are leaving the city. Oh, of course, airport. I forgot. I'm about to say that there's no road connection outside the city, but it's the airport that they're traveling to, which shows that it's going to work. So here come the 5-0, and it's also, more importantly, one, connected to the bridge that goes over to here to Drought, or they can join onto the motorway, the highway, and skedaddle in any way that they want to go to. Eventually, we'll have to sort out a better connection with this. I might be able to do something with, you know, that new mod. We'll see what happens, because the busier it's going to get, the more vehicles are going to be wanting to use it. And it's pretty much just a case then of eventually we'll see our first airplane land at the airport. Oh, there's a plane. Where are you going? Ah, here's our first airplane. Here's our first plane right now. Coming in. Hot and heavy. Gonna land on the runway. Your boy's very own custom-built runway. Comes in hot and heavy. And turns. Look at that, boys. Would you look at that? It actually works as a freaking airport. Amazing. Amazing. I'm impressed. And off it goes. So we get to see it now take off. Takes off way before anything happens. Perfection, guys, if I've ever seen it. Perfection if I've ever seen it right now. So, hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.